Hi, sorry about that, everybody. Here I am, and I'm going to apologize. So, here's the deal with my house. It's a bit of a crazy house, and I apologize. I am back. We got disconnected because my daughter, who has complex special needs, came raging into the room because she didn't have a password on her account on the computer. Yes, so this traumatized her, so I shut it off because I didn't want you guys to hear her screaming and yelling at me. But here is my reality. So I am so sorry for disconnecting with you. My apologies. I'm here live with Sipping with Sue, and I hope that the people that were following me will come back. Not my people, the people that were following will come back. But this is my reality, and this is a lot of realities for us that have children, and sometimes even children with special needs add that extra heightened sort of stress, I guess we'll call it, to family life. So I'm so sorry for that, but I am here, and hopefully our live people will come back. I apologize for that disconnection. Again, just the reality of my life with having a child with special needs. And I said to everybody, stay out of the room. Mom's doing a video, but of course they didn't. So that's okay. Anyway, so here I am. Sorry about that again, and let's get rolling again. So again, having a bad hair day, put the cap on, and Joy, who had joined in before, had mentioned that her hair, this is what she does, I guess, when she has a bad hair day, which is okay, because there's always an option. That's what I say. We've always got options. No matter what kind of day we're having, we've always got an option, right? And that's what we have to look for, right? How can we take control of the situation we're in and make it that much better, right? So that's really important. And then I had talked about the sunshine coming nice and brightly this morning. I actually thought it was the light down the hall, and it wasn't. It was actually the sun. So that was really lovely. And it's International Wine Sipping Day. So that's what I was doing. I was showing my clay mug, and I was just saying that I didn't know what I was going to make it a surprise, what we were drinking out of the clay mug. And I'll share that with you another day. But if anybody knows why you're supposed to drink wine out of clay or a clay mug, please let me know, because my neighbor does it, or maybe they're watching and they can fill me in, but I heard that it was better, so I'm not really sure what the reason is behind that. Anyway, so the sun's out. I've got my sparkly cap on. My daughter's downstairs yelling at somebody. I can hear it. It's all a normal day, right? What else would we have in this kind of day, right? All normal, right? And every family and every person has their own kind of normal, right? And we have to embrace that some days, right? This was kind of a spontaneous moment, but you know what? It is what it is, right? And that's it. I could get stressed about it, or just be here and living in the moment, and hopefully all of you are understanding about that. Anyway, saying that, it has been a bit of a challenging week, I have to tell you. Actually, a couple weeks. So my father had a stroke quite a while ago and has recovered fairly well from the stroke. And then, hi Tracy, thanks for joining us. He had a stroke, and then he caught a bacterial infection just last week. And then I got a call from my mom this week that he had collapsed and had landed in the hospital. The good news is he's home, and he wasn't in the hospital for long. But it's scary as your parents age, and you worry about them, and I can't always be there for them because of working and respite and all of that. So it's tough, right? That is really tough sometimes. So I am glad that he's home. So that went on, and we've had a couple of funerals and visitations, and truly I've had a couple disappointments this week. Just people have disappointed me, and I guess what I want to say is, although I'm on this positivity platform, and I've always tried to think of myself as a positive person, I'm not immune from feelings, right? I'm not immune to not feeling disappointed or sad, or even angry some days, right? I mean, I'm not floating around like Mary Poppins all the time. But I think for me, the ability to bounce back is usually pretty fast. And I also think we need to allow that to happen. And as I have followed Dr. Wayne Dyer in past years, he talks about that. He talks about allowing things to happen and just letting it be sometimes. So that's really important. Hi, Ida. Thanks for the little heart. Great to have you join us. I see good news. Marriage on the horizon. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that today on Facebook. So anyway, that's really, I'm just adjusting the phone here. Sorry about that, guys. Wow, it's like one of those interesting days. What are you going to do? Maybe I am drinking wine out of that. And if not, maybe we need to advance to vodka. Just joking and saying. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at. And I think it is important to be able to bounce back. And I just want to share that I have challenging days and weeks and things that happen that I get a little disappointed about. And that's just normal stuff, right? But I always try to bounce back and sort of see the positive in it. And I think that that's, what's really, really important. I'd love to hear from you on how you turn things around. How do you turn a challenging week, a challenging situation, your daughter running in the room and yelling at you while you're on Facebook Live, just happened live not too long ago. How do you face those challenges? What do you do? So Tracy Sheriff, who's joined us, has said it's all about resilience. So Tracy, could you share a little more? What do you mean by that? What is it? Why is it all about resilience? And how do we get that resilience? What do we think? Are some of us born with the resiliency? Do we learn how to deal with things in life and then we build that resiliency? What is that? I'd love to hear from you guys. What are some other strategies that you're using on how you deal with things? I'd love to hear that from everybody. I've quite a few people on, so I'd love to hear from you. Definitely agree it's about the resiliency, but how do we build that, right? And how do we turn things around? And again, I always say we've got options, right? So Tracy says, I think it's learned by what we go through. So the challenging times, and then we get through them, build that resiliency. And I think that's true. I think we have to have challenging times, right? To get through them and then realize, hey, I got through that and I'm pretty strong, right? And again, we may not be able to do it on our own. It might be support of family and friends and community, which I can speak to wholeheartedly, that we've had that along the way. Sherry, yay. Hi, Sherry. I believe our life experiences have helped with resiliency. I agree too. And in the next, couple months, you'll all be hearing from me. I'm going to start sharing my journey. Some of you know my journey with my daughter, but there's a childhood journey there too, which actually was pretty tough, but it's okay because I have no regrets and it's built me to be who I am and resilient and have the outlook that I have. So I think that that's really important. Tracy, it's modeled for us by others, so you're being a great model for your kids, Sue. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. So are you. It's not easy being a parent in this day and age, and we have to find the humor too. I think that's a huge part of turning it around is, how do we find that humor in situations if we can, right? I remember one time, and this is a bit of a funny story, and I tell it when I do my motivational talks. There was a fish in our fish tank, and a couple fish, and my son looked in the fish tank, and one of the fish was missing an eye, and we were like, oh my gosh, we have a fish with like special needs, like our house, of course, because the other fish ate its eye. Oh my goodness. But at the same time, it was our own humor and we owned it as a family. And it's not to mock anything, because we have a daughter with needs. But it was in the moment, it was like, okay, we'll look after that fish. So anyway, it was a little bit of humor that was unique to our family. So we have to find those moments, right? It's really important. So Sherry, sweet, we need to have an open mind, being mindful. I totally agree. Oh, good, Tracy. I'm glad you're laughing. I never know. Sometimes I say things and I think, do people find that funny? Because of course, humor is unique, is unique to all of us as well, right? Anything else on how you turn it around? I love all the comments and I love everything that everyone's saying. That's great. So again, the positive, like me being positive doesn't mean that I don't have bad days. Right, and I don't have days, but they're pretty quick, and I return from them pretty fast, and that's okay. You just have to allow. Wayne Dyer's talked about that. Just allow, live in the moment, and we need that time, right? And sometimes that's a great time for reflection when we are living in the moment and we're allowing those feelings to come through. We can reflect, and that's how we move on, and we become more positive later on. Thanks, Tracy. That's good. So Tracy likes reading positive quotes. I agree. And if any of you ever have quotes that you're posting working, let me know. I'd love to reshare them on the Positively Sue page. I just also wanted to say thanks to all of you that are tuning in for the live Facebook and following Positively Sue and sharing. It's really just about creating a positive environment out in the world. So I appreciate your support on the journey, and let me know if you have anything that you want me to share or do. I would love to do that. Tracy, reflection is good, but important to move on from it, as you said. Absolutely, for sure, right? Okay, so what else do I want to share? Well, good news. I was taking my car into the Mountain Hyundai here in Hamilton, and just an oil change. And wow, the service was phenomenal. They were just so friendly and lovely and positive. Like, I really just wanted to stay and like have a coffee with them because they were like the most wonderful, friendly service people ever. And then they said to me, "We would love to wash your car." And I was like, wow, I've won the lottery. Like, seriously, you want to wash my car? Because really my car has not been looking very. So that was bonus. That was just bonus that my car was washed, and I came out and it was sparkly and clean and gorgeous, and the sun was beaming on it. So it was lovely. So again, our positive things and our positive outlook doesn't always have to be these big grandioso things. For me, that was just wonderful, and I loved it. So then I got home and realized I left my keys that I separated at the dealership, and I had so much work to do today. So as I was thinking it, they called. And they said, "Are you in the area?" And I said, "Well, honestly, I've got so much work to do. Like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking I'll come get them Tuesday, like whatever." And she said to me, "No, we'll come drive them to your house." Ah, right? Another glorious, wonderful thing. Thank you. So again, just those moments where you're like, my car is washed today. There's a bonus. You've dropped the keys off for me. How kind and wonderful. And those are wonderful things, right? And ways to just look at the positives in our lives, right? So that's really important. So I just wanted to share that, and a shout out to everybody. Yeah, you're right, Tracy. Like, wow, I know, such good service. So I always believe in giving credit where credit's deserved, and that was a really wonderful thing. So I'd love to hear from all of you. What are you up to this weekend? It is a long, extra long weekend, family day weekend. What are we doing? What are our plans? I know for me, I tried to get all my work done today so that I could wrap it up by like 2:15 and not look at it for a couple days, because I just feel like it's constant all the time, the work that we're doing, right? And I don't want to take that away from my family and my kids, because they're all growing up so fast. So Ida, sometimes it's the little things in life that make a difference. I agree with you totally. That's what I mean today about just even the sunshine and my clean car and all those wonderful things. So I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing this weekend? What are some of the little things in your life that you enjoy and that you like? And while we're doing that, I'm going to take a sip of my mystery drink, even though it's International Wine Drinking Day. We'll see. Maybe I'm drinking wine. Maybe I'm not. Also love to hear what you're drinking. What are you guys having a drink of? Have you started with the International Wine Drinking Celebration, or are we saving that for a little later? Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you're up to. I'd love to hear from you. What are you drinking? What are you up to this weekend? Anything exciting? Are we just relaxing? I hear the weather is going to be phenomenal this weekend. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, Tracy's going to sip on some steep tea. I've heard about this steep tea. I hear it's quite lovely. That sounds really lovely. Good for you. Yes, good. No calories in the steep tea, right? The wine has the calories, so good plan. Love to hear what else you're doing. Wanted to show you my newest purchase, and love to hear if you know why I purchased this. Tracy's relaxing, taking it minute by minute. Good for you. Good for you, girl. You go. That's important. So here's my latest purchase. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty big, right? Any guesses what I bought this for? Got it at the dollar store. Isn't it stunning? It's just the most beautiful thing. Colors, gold. I just love it. Beautiful. Any thoughts why I bought this? Of course, to match my hat. If you got to fan yourself, you got to be styling, even though you got bad hair. Anybody? Any guesses? Any guesses why I got the fan going? Oh, and look, I even have, boy, I didn't even think I was this coordinated today. Look, purple lipstick. I know. I'm multi-talented. Can you take it? I can put lipstick on without the mirror. Guess who I learned that from? My mom, Frances Skripka. I have my mom to thank for that. I watched her for years as a child put on lipstick without a mirror, and I have that talent that she has passed down to me. And actually comes in handy. You never have to use a mirror anywhere. You can just apply anywhere and then just do a little dip like that and we're good to go, right? Thank you. See, appreciation for the smaller things. Sherry Sweet, yes, hot flashes. Yes, and Tracy, I do love purple. Purple's a good color, good energy. And yes, a little bit of the hot flashes happening. There's a blog coming up, or a vlog. I haven't decided. We're going to start talking about some of the changes that I'm going through, which are quite interesting. 49 heading into the 50th year. So yeah, we'll talk about it. Shirley McCoy, love the purple. It's you, Sue. Thank you, Shirley. And Shirley recently brought me some beautiful red bracelet and some red sparkly nail polish, which is still on my toes and will probably remain down on my toes for the next 9 months. That's the problem with painting your toenails. You never get down there, right? You just never get down there to take it off, and it's never pretty. So anyway, I'll probably get down there around the spring. You know, it's just the way it rolls, right? Joy, hot flashes. Yes, definitely hot flashes, for sure. Not too bad. I've got some other stuff going on that's been a little challenging, and we'll talk a bit about that, because I think as women, we have to talk about this stuff and share it. It's, most important. And thanks, Sherry. Girl, you look great. So do you, honestly. Yes, I think we all look good as women these days. We take care of ourselves, right? We really do. And that's just so important. So love to hear what else you're up to this weekend. Anybody? Oh, Shirley, thank you. You're so kind. I wish I could pull off a baseball cap like you can. Thank you, Shirley. Yeah. But yeah, you don't want to see what's going on under this. But anyway, yeah, it's fun, right? Why not? It's fun. I feel like it makes me look younger. I don't know. Maybe I'm in denial. But I feel like it makes me look a little younger. So I'll take whatever I can get, right? Sherry Sweet, yes, you're right. It's so important to share our experiences. We need to be able to do that as women. And as men, too. It's important for men. Actually, I think sometimes even more important for men. Because, as my husband and I have a charity, and we have actually an online support group for our daughter's syndrome, I find it's a lot of women and not a lot of men coming out. And it's important for the men to be able to talk and share and release as well, because they have stress too. So it's important for that as well. And actually, you're right, Tracy. I think that Shirley could pull it off. Yes, Shirley, actually, I'm going to talk to you, but if you're okay, Shirley just got a cane, and it is beautiful. It is pink, and it's glitzed and blitzed. And oh my God, it's the most stunning cane like ever. So Shirley, I was hoping to post a picture on Facebook this week, because you have been a true inspiration for what you've been through in the last couple weeks. And you go, girl. You have been shining and sparkling. There's a situation there, and you've just got this cane, and it's all glittery and sparkly, and I just really love it. Shirley, it would mess up my hair. That would not be a good thing for me. I think I'm going to challenge you, Shirley. I think we'll have to have a hat cap wearing day for all of us. That's what we'll do. Instead of a sipping with Sue, we'll do a hat cap wearing day. So tell me what you're sipping on. I know Tracy's doing tea. Is anybody else doing anything exciting? It's okay. I won't share it with anybody. Anybody indulging in the wine yet, or just, are we doing water? What are we doing? Love to hear from you. And Shirley, yes, I'm challenging you. I'm going to see you in a cap. I want to see you in a cap. Look, Shirley, all kinds of sparkling ones. I've got a few in my closet. That would be fabulous. Love to see you in it. That'd be really awesome. So I have a quote in this calendar that I bought that's called Seize the Day. And I love it. I bought a couple of these calendars, and they have different quotes. So I just put my hands over the calendar, and I was like, hey, universe, just show me the quote that I need. What's it going to be? And so this is the one that came up. It says, a happy thought is like a seed that sows positivity for all to reap. Miriam Muhammad. Let me say that again, because it's a bit of thinking. A happy thought is a seed that sows positivity for all to reap. How do we feel about that thought? What are we thinking? Do we believe that thought? What are your thoughts? Any thoughts on that? A happy thought is a seed that sows positivity for all to reap. And what are your happy thoughts? What are the happy thoughts that you have that get you through the day, that get you through the challenging times? While I'm waiting to hear from you, we've got Sherry. I had a chai latte from Second Cup earlier as a treat during a business meeting. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that sounds very exciting. Sherry Sweet, that is powerful. It is, but you know, it makes you think. It makes you think for a few minutes, right? Like, okay, what does that really mean? A happy thought is like a seed that sows positivity for all to reap. So, really, when we're thinking happy thoughts, it's this seed, right? That is positive and it grows and it blossoms, and then everybody sort of joins in, right? A simple smile from a happy moment is contagious. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And I thought about that today when I had such wonderful service at, Mountain Hyundai. Not that they weren't happy already and positive, but I went in with a good attitude and being positive and smiling, and they had a positive attitude and were smiling. And it was a win-win all the way around, right? I just thought, wow, what a great place, what great service. And look what they did in return. So I think that that's, really important. So yeah, what else? What else do you do to make those happy thoughts happen? What are your happy thoughts? What makes you happy? All kinds of questions. I know, on a Saturday afternoon, right? When it's just International Wine Day, wine drinking day, and that's all we want to do. Do you have any other thoughts to share? I would love to hear from you. I'm happy to report that my house has finally settled down. My screaming daughter is no longer screaming at anybody. She's probably downstairs, I'm sure, on a cool down somewhere, in trouble for slamming through my Facebook Live and yelling at everybody. But again, in her world, this is what's most important to her, and she needed her needs met at the time, and we're working on that with her, right? It's not the end of the world that the computer's not on or working, and we don't have your password. How can we change that thinking? So, as we try to work on it as adults, you try to work on the way that children think about things as well as children, right? So it applies to them as well. Oh, a hot bubble bath makes me happy. I love hot bubble baths. I think I have one like once a year. It doesn't mean I don't shower, people. I still clean myself, but I think I don't give myself a lot of time for baths. I did have one like a few weeks ago, and that was just amazing and beautiful, and no one came in the bathroom to bother me, and lit the candles and really had a glass of wine. It was beautiful. It is a most wonderful thing. So if you can do that and that's your thing, that's wonderful, right? Why not? I'd love to hear from you before we wrap up here. A clean home. Oh yeah, doesn't a clean home make you happy? I love clean homes. I love, love, love vacuuming with the lines on the carpet. Who loves that? Oh, I love that. Making all the lines on the carpet. Oh, I love it, right? And hearing all the, right, as the vacuum sucking up all that stuff. I love all that, right? It's the best. Or just dusting, or the smell of cleaning is the best. Joy, seeing a picture of my 2-year-old on skis for the first time today. Oh, that's amazing, Joy. 2 years old. Like, that's just amazing, right? I mean, wow. That is the best. I wonder if you were at a place or a hill, or where were you skiing at? I'd love to hear. Your grandson brings you happiness, joy. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. What a great story. Shirley, I have one every night, a bath every night. I have other friends that do that too. I actually cannot go to bed without one. Thanks, Shirley. Good for the romance. Okay, good to know. I love it. Stories of wisdom. That's always good, right? Because it's important to keep that romance going when you've got a busy life, right? So that's important too. And if anything, it's just good for yourself, right? So good for you. I have another friend that does that too, who has a bath. Actually, having a bath every night for her was her strategy to losing weight. And that's how she lost weight, so that she didn't have to hang out in the kitchen. She didn't go downstairs. She shut everything off and then was in the bathtub and then went straight to bed. And I thought, oh, what a great strategy, right? Really just smart. Oh, your 2-year-old grandson. Sorry, Joy. Not your son, your grandson. My apologies. Still, that's just amazing and wonderful to hear. I love it. It's so great. You'll have to share a picture on Facebook. I bet it was like the cutest thing ever. I would love to see that, right? And I love that too. Like, unlike adults, sometimes we have fears. Because myself right now, thinking of me going on skis, I'd be thinking, oh no, am I going to be okay? Am I going to be safe, right? Like, how am I going to be? Am I going to break a bone at my age of 49? But I love hearing that story. So, children just go, right? They have no fears. They just go. They live in the moment, and that's something to be excited about, right? Which is wonderful. Daughter sent me a pic, and they are at Sir Sam's. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Joy. Thanks for sharing that. Abby O, welcome. Glad to have you here. My family, also my job, going into various kindergarten classrooms, building connections with different children, and making a difference each and every day. That's amazing, Abby, because not many people can say that they really do love their job, right? That they love what they do. And you are bringing blessings and wonderful things to all those children every day. And if you love what you do, that's amazing. Right? I think that that's a fulfilled, content life. When you can say, I truly love what I do, and I love my job, and I love bringing joy to my work, because let's face it, we work a lot, right? And you really do need to enjoy what we do in our work. So thanks, Abby, for sharing that. And I know you've made a change in careers in the last little while, and I'm glad to hear that it's working out for you, right? Sometimes we don't always know, but we have to take that leap, and that's important, right? To take that leap and that challenge, and that helps us grow. So that's really awesome to hear. Is there anybody else? I'd love to hear what you're up to this weekend, what you're doing. Do you think I'm drinking wine or not out of my sipping cup here, my clay mug? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Any thoughts? Love to hear from you. What are you up to on this long weekend, on this family day weekend? Anything exciting? Us, we're actually just relaxing. Saturday night is pizza night, ordering wings for us, watch a movie, and hopefully nobody fights like the kids, and we get through a movie without arguments. That's the goal. That's always the goal. Different than my goals that I have, in my career and, other professionally. But yeah, that's the goal. Nobody fights, and we get through a movie. And actually, I was supposed to see my parents yesterday, but they don't want us to get sick because my dad's been sick and now my mom's got a bit of this bug. So we're not connecting with them. But that's the plan, is to call them tomorrow and actually just hang and relax and have some good quality time with my kids, which sometimes we don't have enough of. So that's the plan. And Monday too. I think that's the plan for Monday. So I'm kind of excited about it. And I might even stay in my pajamas all day. Like, what do you think? I think that that's a really good concept. Has anybody ever done that? I'd love to hear from you. Well, I'm honest. I have a wine going. Good for you, Joy. Oh, I love it. Good. She's taken the International Wine Drinking Day. Seriously, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good for you, Joy. Good for you. Okay, well, the truth is I'm not drinking wine. I know it's International Wine Drinking Day, and I should be. It's just I have to drive somewhere soon. So I'm not drinking wine. I'm having juice, but it's a red juice. So it's as close as it's going to get right now. But I do plan on having a couple glasses later on. That is the plan, and just relaxing. And maybe I'll stay in the PJs tomorrow. Yahoo! PJ Day for all. Sherry Sweet. I love it. I don't often do pajama day, but I do it at Christmas time. We always do it on December 25th. We wake up in the morning, open presents with the kids, grandma comes over, and we stay in our pajamas all day, and it's the best. Like, I really do love staying in my pajamas all day. No makeup, no jewelry. It's the best. And I probably lounge on the couch, and I probably engage in, a little liqueur a little bit early in the day. And why not? Why not, right? Because life is just so short. It's such a quote that we hear all the time, but it's really just so, so true. So it's so important to live life to the fullest. Anybody else doing a pajama day? Anybody else having any wine right now? Love to hear from you, hear what you're up to. Great to have all these viewers. Thanks everybody again for following. I really do love these Sipping with Suze, and I just wanted to announce that starting, I'm not sure if it's next week or the week after, depends on how the creative juices are flowing in my head. We're going to be doing a blog. I'm going to start a blog. I've never written a blog before, so I'm quite excited about doing that. And I'll be doing my first blog, and I'm really pumped about that. So and excited. I tend to enjoy the vlogs more because I like to talk and I like to, connect and be live. But I'm going to be doing some blogs, so I'm excited about that. Tracy, maybe later we'll have some wine. No problem. And of course, it's no pressure. It's no pressure at all. If you're not, it's just because it's International Wine Drinking Day. But again, you don't have to follow it. It's okay. It's all good, right? It could be juice, water, anything that you want. So that's wonderful. Anything else? I'd love to hear from anybody, how they're feeling, what they're going to do this weekend. Anybody, I'd love to hear from you because I'm going to wrap it up soon because I actually have to head out to an appointment that I have. But I would love to hear from you. If anybody else wants to share anything, any happiness, any positive quotes, any happiness that they want to share that's going on with them, I would always, always love to hear from you. And again, the Positively Sue page is not just about me posting things. I'd love if you have something you want to share that's positive related or a story that you have. I'd love for you just to send it to me in Messenger, and then I will share it as well because I want it to sort of be a community page where we're all sharing in that together. So please keep that in mind and please share. I'd love to hear from all of you. That would be really wonderful. So with that, I think I'm going to take my lipstick, purple lipstick, my hot flash fan. Let's call it that, hot flash fan. Yep. And my juice in my clay cup. I didn't hear from anybody though about why we should drink wine in a clay cup. So I'd love to hear from you. If you know why, let me know. I just heard that that's what we do. But I'm going to take that, and I think I am going to head out for the day, and I've got an appointment, and then I plan on being home and not leaving, and we're doing pizza and movie night. And I hope that you just have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day tomorrow. And if you are following from Canada with the family day, I hope you enjoy that on Monday. If not, I hope you have a wonderful Monday. And I hear that the weather is going to be just phenomenal, so enjoy it. Like I hear 8 to 10 degrees. Okay, people, you know what? Spring is coming. Like how exciting is that? And of course, somebody today, when I said that, said to me, yeah, you know, but we'll probably get another big storm. Yeah, okay. All right, that's okay, right? If that's what you think and that's good, you're in your zone, and I'm in my zone of thinking that spring is coming, and I'm okay with that. So if we have one more storm, we have one more storm, but I can see it. The days are staying lighter longer. The sun is coming through in the morning. So I can feel it and I can see it. So really, we're so blessed with the weather. We've been really blessed with that. So excited. Murray having visions of putting out the patio furniture on the deck. I know. I go from 0 to 100 in about 2 seconds. Right? It's just the way I look at life through my rose-colored glasses, right? I can't wait to get all that stuff going again. So that's awesome. Anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks for following. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for coming out. Please spread the word if you're enjoying the Positively Sues. And please come out again, and I'll keep posting. And if there's something you want to talk about, let me know, and we'll do that too. I'm open. I'm always open because we're doing this together, and I appreciate your support. So again, have a fabulous day. I'm just going to check out here, and I'll be sharing it later, the video, and you can always share it. If people don't make it here to be live, you can watch the video later on, and that's not a problem. So all the best, and have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. Sipping with Sue. I forgot one more thing. P.S. Right? Positively Sue. So P.S. I'm going to end all my Sipping with Sues with a P.S. P.S. You are wonderful.